Yo, what's up? This is King Vox, and today I wanted to make a video giving you guys a little bit of more info. You know, as I play the game and run into things, I acquire more knowledge, you know, as we all do in life in general. And it's been a while since I uploaded a video, whatever, that was kind of helpful towards new players and stuff like that. And today I wanted to kind of explain human damage and monster damage. Now, these are two things that are overlooked very much, and a lot of people, I know you guys see those videos of people out there that be grinding and they're using things like Yuri accessories and stuff like that, and you're just like, what the hell, they have no AP? Well, usually you use stuff like this when they hit the cap, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So say you have, here we go, let's go to the hideout, and it's 80 to 100 AP. Now once you hit 100 AP, there's no point in having more AP than that fighting at this place. So if you want to do more damage to the mobs, your only other options are either human damage or monster damage, depending on the mob. Now I'm not sure if these things count as humans or monsters, but matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they count as monsters because they're not humans, they're monsters. You know, human damage would count for stuff like Salsins. I don't actually think Helms are humans. Erics are definitely humans. So any human damage or whatever, once you hit 150, if you're grinding here, human damage will much likely be appreciated there because it's gonna wreck them. Things like the iron mines are monsters, so monster damage here, obviously. So it seems that the in-game content for BDO is starting to shift away from humanoids and more into monsters when we got comma 1 and 2. And really, we noticed that for a long time now, just off the pure fact of you know, the Kudum. So Kudum has like 30 something monster damage, so you know, that obviously we kind of knew that the game was going to go in this direction, but right now it's still more profitable to farm humans. That's pretty much what I do. I do bandits. That's pretty much my grind. The main thing you want to do when you're setting up for a grind is have this in mind. Like, what's going to be your main grind? Say this person main grind is, where are they? Say Sonos, because you know we give it up to the OG spot, right? So say Sonos camp, right? And right now Sono camp, well, always Sono camps is monsters, right? So you would want to do monster damage, but to be honest, you do get to a point where you just one shot these guys anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's actually go somewhere farther because that was a bad example. So let's go rogues, because rogues den right now is a place where I actually farm on all my alts and stuff like that, and it's just a really nice amount of income, and it's just relaxing. You just run around in a circle and you don't have to worry about anything. So here I have a +6 node. At some point I'll get it up, but it is my secondary node. My main node would be bandits all the way over here, and that node is currently 8, and we're gonna try to get that to 10. But once you figure out where you want to grind, then you can start building to cater to that. Now see, this doesn't really have an AP cap, but it says above 130. I currently on my wizard, I can farm this place at 130 AP. And my Zerker was farming it. I think I had like 201 AP or something like that when I was grinding here. And to be honest, I really don't notice the difference from having 130 and 200 AP here. But maybe it's because it's wizard. Obviously wizards kind of like overtune on some situations. I'm not gonna say every situation, and there's a lot of people out there that cries about wizard being underpowered and stuff like that. But here you have the den here. It's at above 180. So say if you get to like 200, something like that, you want to switch to like monster damage to be able to more efficiently kill these guys if you can't kill them in like one skill. So that's pretty much what this is for. But I also want to show you guys something else. So monster damage and human damage has been tested tons of times on the forums, and I'm gonna put it this way. people calculate that it's approximately anywhere from 60 to 80% of an AP. But a lot of things people don't take into mind is, let's go to long swords here. And let's go to try, because there's probably one up there. So here we have the Uria. And now you see the big thing with these. So, you know, normally we get about what, 40% of the AP for your main hand. So the main hand AP is okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not even sure if it's 40%. There's really no like real tests or anything. People forge GM emails all the time for some weird reason. And if anyone's ever like, you know, PM support or whatever and got a support letter back, you can actually find a lot of flaw in those things on Reddit and on the forums, because you can see exactly how the GM responds to everything. And you know, they're like, you know, their little pre-made messages and stuff like that. So just be aware of those. But we're gonna go here. My bad, my desk hit the escape button. But say we have the Uria, right? Now, Uria was king of the main hands for a very, 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 very long time. Okay? Now, in PvP, you wouldn't want to focus on having extra human damage for PvP. It doesn't not work in PvP. It actually does work in PvP, but it's not something or whatever that you want to do for PvP. It's not like, oh, I want to get this because this is going to be about 10 more or 12 more AP. You know, a little bit over that because it's 23 human damage, right? But you want to get it for grinding purposes. Like if you're having trouble killing mobs as a new player, if you don't have a lot of AP, stuff like this is really going to help you, especially when you have your awakening and things like that. There's a lot of weapons. There's two weapons actually. There's Uria and there's like some other weapon. Let me see if I can find it. Here you go, right here. And this is the Salif, or whatever the hell it's called. But as you can see right here, it's plus 31 human damage. Now these two main hands, a lot of people look at them and they disregard them as like trash weapons. But actually these are, the Uria and that weapon are two of the strongest main hands in the game when it comes to grinding humanoids. Because look how much raw damage, look how much damage that is over, you know, every other thing. And this applies to your awakening as well. So these stats are really dope. So just don't overlook things like this, as well as accessories. There's a lot of accessories that people overlook, and it's mostly the Uria accessories. And that's why you see shit like okay, there's none here right now. Hold on, let's go to Tet, and there will probably be some Urias up. Probably not. There's not. But let's go to try, actually. See if we can actually find some of these things. But probably not, because they get sold out a lot. And you'll see a lot of people actually wearing them. And look how much... So it's only 5, right? But people wear the whole set of this once they have Tets and stuff like that. And they're reaching 200 AP with no problem. They'll switch all their accessories and stuff to Uria just to have that extra damage to these humans. And it allows them to farm like madmen. It's trust me, I've tried it out. Not the accessories part, but definitely the main hand weapon. And the human damage and the monster damage and stuff like that is incredible. And that's why... Kudum is so popular, and that's why you actually need Kudum to like farm in game. What I mean by in game is, I mean common, like farming shit like the Griffins and things like that. It just makes it so much better. And let me go here. I guess go to try, because try is kind of like the standard nowadays. Try back in the day, the standard used to be like duo, but now as you can see, this is a neuver. My bad. But the Kudum has plus 34 monster damage on it. Now, this damage doesn't 100% equal an AP, but what it does equal is about 60 to 80% of an AP. Those are test results from several different tests, and they vary back and forth, to be honest. But this is why this is so popular, because you have all this AP on some of these items. As it is, and then you have this extra AP, and this accounts to your awakening and stuff like that. So if you didn't know, all item effects from your main hand and your sub weapon does apply to your awakening. just like the plus crit and all that stuff, you know. So another thing people use is the awakening weapons, the awakening blues for human damage. But to be honest, if you're going to be grinding in-game stuff, if you want to grind in comma and stuff like that, things like, there is nothing that beats boss items, period. Because monster damage is overall the king of the castle, because that's where the, you know, the end-game content lies. Like, all the biggest monsters in the game are monsters. Right now, we farm humans because it's very efficient and it's cheaper. To be honest, like the I don't think Nagas are humans. Nagas are beasts as well. So like, you have stuff like that, but you don't really need it. It's 100 and holy crap, it's only 110 AP. Well, Naga's really easy to grind. I've grinded at Nagas, and I think personally I make more money here at Geha's Bandits, but to be honest, that all varies on what class you're playing and how fast you're able to clear things. And I think Nagas is right now the highest and easiest for your buck. So it's like the most efficient experience grind with still giving you a good amount of money. And I feel like Geha's is very contested. that's all I can really say. Geha's is very contested. I think they just nerfed not Salsons, but this place right here is Schultz. And to be honest, Schultz is a real bitch. It's uncontested, but man, this place, these damn mobs are hard. I haven't checked them out since they've been nerfed, but Salsons, I don't really know what to say about Salsons. I guess people still farm Salsons. Salsons to me is in the place where Catfish was to us after Salsons and stuff like that came out, because it's like we have so many better places. I don't even, you guys know I love Helm's Post. I haven't even been back to Helm's Post in forever, but definitely look into human damage and monster damage depending on where you grind at. I'm about to start trying to grind at some of these new places, like this place, you know, Ancient Ruins. No, I'm joking. I don't think anyone ever grinds at this place. I don't even know what that place drops, to be honest. I might actually want to start moving down here as soon as I get my dandy. I think I will start moving down here once I get a little bit more monster damage and switch out this human damage. But I just wanted to give you guys a little quick, fast video talking about some stuff. And as you can see, this place is ridiculous. 240 AP, you know, and these are monsters. These are not humanoids. All this stuff are monsters. 190 AP. And this is starting to become the norm. Actually, you know, there was a time where 200 AP was the dream. Now 250 AP is the dream, you know, and 250 is only the dream for like so many people as well, because now I've seen some streamers or whatever trying to hit 300 because they were well over 250. They were like 270 and shit like that, 260, 270 AP and NA. So, you know, nowadays is a really good time to play the game and to catch up with people and really enjoy it. You know, you have so many steps to go through, like RNG holds head down briefly. All right, now that moment of silence is out for RNG, the best of luck to you guys out there on enchanting your gear and all that, man. I can't do nothing but wish you guys the best, to be honest, man. Good luck out there, you guys. Trust me, you're gonna need it, because this enchanting shit ain't for the weak. Peace out, guys. This is King Vox.